happening now on this edition. Recap the GOP debate with us and see what candidates had to say. And next, President Joe Biden spoke to Israeli Prime Minister regarding the war. Stick with us to see what they worked out. And lastly, Beehive, get ready. The Renaissance World Tour is making its theater premiere. Stay tuned.
Live from Central Oklahoma, this is UCentral News.
When officers confronted that subject inside, he pointed a gun at officers. It is believed he pointed a gun at officers, and one of our officers returned fire, striking the subject. He is deceased at the scene.
That was the Oklahoma City Police Department's official statement to a shooting that happened early this morning. OKC police responded to a domestic disturbance that ended in a fatality. When police arrived, the suspect was outside waving a gun around.
The suspect then ran into a building where it is believed he pointed a gun at officers. An officer then fired shots at the suspect. The officer who shot the firearm has been placed on administrative leave with pay.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm CJ Craig.
And I'm Miracle Garrett. Welcome to this edition of UCentral News.
The third Republican presidential debate took place last night, an evening with foreign policy in focus.
5 candidates competing to be seen as the best alternative to the GOP frontrunner, former President Donald Trump. Mike Valerio shows us how the smaller groups of candidates presented their cases in Miami.
Among the 5 Republican presidential candidates on stage, the question of who's the strongest alternative to former President Donald Trump was pressing for both former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis.
You're trying to make up for it and act like you weren't a liberal when it comes to the environment. You were. You always have been. Just own it.
She welcomed them into South Carolina, gave them land near a military base, wrote the Chinese ambassador a love letter saying what a great friend they were.
Joining them on the Miami debate stage, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, and South Carolina Senator Tim Scott. A major theme, foreign policy, with America's role in focus as war rages between Israel and Hamas.
I would be telling Bibi, finish the job once and for all.
They have to, 1, eliminate Hamas. 2, support Israel with whatever they need, whenever they need it. And 3, make sure we bring our hostages home.
The candidates also took stock of Tuesday's election results, including key victories for Democrats in Virginia and Kentucky, as voters in red state Ohio approved a constitutional amendment to protect abortion rights.
We need a 15-week federal limit. This is an issue that should be decided in each state.
I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a party of losers.
Instead of debating, the former president held a rally nearby in Hialeah, Florida.
We will win because we will never stop fighting to save the America we love.
I'm Mike Valerio reporting.
The fourth Republican debate is already scheduled, and it's set for December 6th in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And in order to make the stage, candidates will have to face higher polling and donor thresholds.
It's been 33 days since the start of the Israel and Hamas conflict, and today Israel has agreed to a 4-hour daily humanitarian pause. On Monday, President Joe Biden asked Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to implement these pauses.
We're hopeful things are moving along.
Did you ask for a 3-day pause to Netanyahu?
You know, I've been asking for a pause for a lot more than 3 days. Yes.
According to the National Security Council, Israelis will be announcing each 4-hour window at least 3 hours in advance. They will also be opening a second corridor for civilians to flee military campaign zones.
And Miracle, today we're experiencing some weather shell shock. You know, yesterday it was super warm outside and now it's super cold.
I think I jinxed us when I said that I was putting my winter coat back up. So, Jules, what are our temperatures looking like?
Thank you, Miracle and CJ, and happy Thursday, UCO family. Yeah, we are experiencing those cooler temperatures today. 55, we're sitting at 55 right now, partly cloudy and a lot of clouds in the sky. Actually, we didn't see a lot of sun action out there. Our winds are running north 14 miles per hour, so we are feeling those gusts of chilly winds out there. Our humidity 42%, so it feels like 51 degrees, so it feels a lot chillier than it is. Later tonight our low is 38 degrees, partly cloudy again. Those winds north 5 to 8 miles per hour, so a little bit chillier. 42% for our humidity, and we are actually going to see some chances of rain tonight. So if you have a jacket, rain jacket, anything, make sure you're prepared for those cold weathers and those rains coming up. I'll have your 7-day forecast and your full look at weather later in the show. That's all I have for you right now. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Jules. And with this new cold weather we're experiencing, students on campus shared a few tips with us on how to keep warm. UCentral's Sam Kozlowski has the story.
It's 20 degrees colder today than it was yesterday, and Vista photographer Victor Lopez and I asked some students on campus on how they like to stay warm in the cool. As you can see, I like hoodies, but let's see what the other Broncos have to say.
I try to wear a lot of really thick clothing, which is kind of weird for me because like during the summer I wear like really light stuff, but the second winter comes, I don't have any insulation on me, so I just wear big sweaters and I do a lot of things to keep myself warm. So I got myself a heated blanket, so that is working wonders.
I wear a pair of leggings under jeans or sweatpants, and then I live at home. I don't live on campus, and I have a little space heater that I keep by my feet so my toes stay warm when I do my homework.
I like to do nothing, and I like to lay in bed in my pajamas and socks and hoodie, a Snuggie actually, and a weighted blanket.
You just gotta keep adding on layers until you're big and warm. And then if that doesn't work, just think of what a fire feels like. And then just kind of really imagine it until you overthink to the point where you get to your destination where there is warmth. And you go like, oh yeah, it worked. That time passed, and also I'm bundled up. And then you just gotta take all of it off when you're inside.
The way I stay warm in the winter is I just like to layer fits. It offers good pieces to layer in the winter, so that's what I do.
So if I'm outside, I've got like layers, I got like my little like flannel, I got a t-shirt, maybe I have an overcoat, like a leather jacket on. Or if I'm inside, especially in my room back home, less layers, but so maybe like a t-shirt and pants, but more blankets, because it's like you can warm yourself up with body heat and everything. It's great.
Thank you, Sam. And the International Student Council will be hosting their largest event of the year this Saturday. UCentral reporter Shanice Hopkins has more information.
Hello everyone, my name is Shanice Hopkins and I'm currently in the NI where the International Student Council has been handing out their flyers for their event this Saturday. I'm currently here with their board and they have more information on the matter.
Hi, my name is Belen. I'm the president of the International Student Council, and this year we are having our biggest event. It's the Edmond International Festival. Te esperamos!
That's right. It will be this Saturday, 11th of November, from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Edmond Farmers Market. 再见.
Hey, there are more than 800 international students here in campus and 10 different country organizations from all over the world who are going to compete and perform in the International Festival this Saturday. See you there. À ce samedi.
Come to our international field for free. 待ってます.
Enjoy performance and activities. 나중에 봬요.
Everyone is so welcome. 来てね.
Well, you guys have heard it from their board. They're really looking forward to seeing students engage in their community this weekend. That's all I have for you guys. Back to you at the studio.
Thank you, Shanice. And for more information on this event, you can contact the International Student Council through their Instagram at UCO_ISC.
And Veterans Day is coming up this Saturday, and in honor of the holiday, UCO is hosting a ceremony at 11 to 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. The event will be held in Nye University Center Constitution Hall, and UCO is proud to be among the top 100 voted best for veterans colleges. And Miracle, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, but the cold weather has seemed to come around. It seems like it's going to stick around.
Well, we'll find out when Jules has your next look at weather whenever we come back.
Happy birthday! Make a wish.
Miss you guys.
Blue skies smiling at me, talking about blue skies. Do I see bluebirds singing a song, talking about blue skies from now on?
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? or your daughter's first costume party. It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Are you really sure this is all going to fit?
Oh, it'll fit.
I got that. All right.
When hauling anything, ensure it's secure. Losing your load is dangerous for all drivers. We want everyone to make it home safe. Help make Oklahoma safe by securing your load.
Welcome back, UCO family. I'm here to give you your full look at weather today, starting with our 7-day forecast. Like I said, 55 for our right now, 50% chance later in the day. 38 is our low for tonight. Friday, you'll actually, throughout the rest of the weekend and going into next week, we'll see a lot of sun. Just a little bit warmer temperatures, not too much though. 62 for Friday. 43 for our low that night. Saturday, 60 and 40 for our low. 66 for Sunday, so getting just a little bit warmer. 42 for our low, and then going into the next week, Monday, 64, 43 for our low, 64 for Tuesday as well, and 45 for that low. And on Wednesday, we're gonna see 66. So again, we're reaching those 60s for our highs. Nothing too majorly warm, but a bit warmer than we've seen today and yesterday. It was a little chilly, getting those coats back out. So we are seeing a lot of fluctuating weather these past few weeks and going into next week as well. That's all I have for you right now. Later in the show, I'll give you your last look at weather. Make sure to keep warm in these cold times, but that's all I have. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Jules. And you know, I'm agreeing with what that one girl said about using a Snuggie in this cold weather. It seems like it would be the perfect thing to use.
The perfect thing to use. I mean, as the temperatures are going down, we need something to keep us warm.
Something to keep us warm.
Well, thank you, Jules. And coming up, a pop star releases a new perfume for the holiday season.
Perla Tovar has that and more in social media coming up right after this.
I was raised to believe in the power of possibility, to always move forward but never forget where I came from, to value hard work, ingenuity, and hospitality. On one hand, my people are rough and rugged. On the other, refined and elegant. They taught me how to love beautiful things and cherish my past, to seek out adventure, eat well, and to have a good time. So I keep their traditions alive every place I go. They call me Oklahoma City, but you can call me the modern frontier.
UCentral News as a whole, you got to be in those different areas, like being on camera, being off camera, being in the control room. And so I feel like that is what prepared me most about being in the workplace.
UCentral and the mass comm department has provided me all the tools and the fundamentals that are needed in order to thrive well and thrive fast at my job.
Maybe it's time to hit the road and visit a place where stories unfold. This is the land of the ultimate road trip, with sights old and new on Route 66. There's fun to be had, So much to do, and a few new surprises before you get through. Oklahoma has the most miles to share of Route 66. It's really quite rare. TravelOK.com will show you the way. Come see for yourself this iconic highway.
Welcome back, Broncos. My name is Perla Tovar, and I have all of your social media updates. Everyone's favorite Grey's Anatomy doctor, Patrick Dempsey, was named People Magazine's Sexiest Man Alive in 2023. Dempsey has been in the running 10 times, so he jokes about finally winning and is excited to use this for his platform to use it for something positive. Travis Kelce also continues to win on and off the field as he was named People Magazine's Sexiest Athlete of the Year. Travis's brother Jason was also selected as one of the finalists, but the two-time Super Bowl champion took the lead. And this morning, Beyonce dropped a new worldwide trailer for her new Renaissance concert film. The sneak peek gives viewers a backstage pass to her fully booked tour in Europe and the U.S. with a total of 57 shows. Let's take a look at the trailer.
You are the visual, baby. It's a new birth. I hope you feel liberated, but the Renaissance is not over. Everybody.
Parkwood's entertainment film by Beyonce will hit theaters on December 1st. And other exciting news that I'm really looking forward to is AJR Brothers are living their life dreams by becoming an arena band and going on tour in 2024. The band AJR will perform 37 shows for the Maybe Man Tour. They started with 200-person venues and will now be performing for crowds as big as 20,000. Pre-sale starts Monday and tickets will go on sale Friday, November 17th. You can pre-register today. And Billie Eilish dropped her third fragrance to her perfume line this morning called Eilish No. 3. The scent will be a blend of grapefruit, pink peppercorn, and a splash of jasmine. This is Eilish's first limited edition scent and will be a final fragrance to her collection with the price of $72. This could be great. This could be a great gift for the holidays and will be available internationally on her website and at Ulta Beauty. That's all I have for you guys today. Have a great evening.
Thank you, Perla. I know I'm super excited for the Beyonce Renaissance World Tour movie. You know, I was there, but I just need to see it all. Are you excited?
Sounds like a lot of fun to go and see that. And I know especially if Queen Bee talks, you listen.
Yeah, we got to go together. We
definitely got to go together.
I got to make sure you have a great time.
Got to get my tickets.
Well, coming up in sports, Mark Lowe and Ray Robinson take a look at Bronco volleyball ahead of their last home game.
Also, one MLB player is giving back to his home country in a big way. UCentral Sports is next after the break. Stay with us.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back, sports fans. I'm Mark Lowe, and this is your Thursday Sports Report. Starting out today, we've talked about it all week long, and the day is almost here. Our volleyball team's final home games of the regular season are 1 day away. The Lady Broncos opened the weekend with the second meeting between them and Missouri Western, where in the first meeting we saw the Lady Broncos get a narrow win over the Griffins 3-2. UCentral's Ray Robinson and myself spoke with some of the players ahead of the final home games to get their thoughts on the end of the regular season.
Just all out, just give it everything we have. Obviously we've prepared for these games. The whole season has really kind of ended up, we've been in a great spot in the MIAA, and we're just continuing to push through, and I think our preparation is what's going to carry us through this weekend.
I do think it's high emotion right now, but I think it's like fired up emotion. We're not tense, we're not scared or anything. Hopefully it's not our last two. We still have the conference tournament. We've secured our spot in. And hopefully more after that with the national tournament. But yeah, we're just fired up. We're excited to end on a high note and show everybody what we got.
We also asked Lindsay and Jaden to describe this Lady Bronco team in one word headed into the playoffs. Here's what they had to say.
Gritty. I would say, like, we've played from behind a lot and we've come back and won, and that's been something where grit, that's how it happens. Just all out defense, all out effort, all out energy all the time, all the way till that very last point, and that's been something that's really helped us throughout the year.
Heart.
Why heart?
Every day, whether we're in the weight room, whether we're in study hall, we have so much heart in everything that we do. We know what we want and we're willing to put in the work to get there. We put in so much extra work off the court, and we take care of things in the classroom. It's a big part of UCO volleyball culture, is handling our academics as well, and we're just fired up to get on the court and end on a high note.
The MLB season has been wrapped up for over a week now, but one big star is giving back to his home country in a big way. Los Angeles Angels left-hand pitcher and arguably the biggest name in Major League Baseball right now this offseason is Shohei Ohtani announced on his Instagram earlier today that he will be donating 60,000 youth-sized gloves to every elementary school in Japan. That comes out to roughly 20,000 elementary schools receiving gloves. Ohtani hopes that by doing this, quote, kids can spend their days happily with a lot of energy through baseball. It's safe to say that whichever team picks up Ohtani this offseason is getting not only a big player on the field, but an even bigger community member. The Thunder are on a hot streak and are set to make a road trip to the West this weekend, starting in Sacramento. But before we get into a game recap of last night's match, let's take a look into the injury report for the game ahead. On the injury report for the Thunder is Kenrich Williams, who is still listed as out due to a back injury. And on the Sacramento side, De'Arion Fox and Trey Lyles are both listed as questionable for tomorrow night's game. Fox is battling an ankle injury and Lyles is still dealing with a calf injury. The Oklahoma City Thunder wrapped up their 6-game homestand last night with a 128-120 win over the Cleveland Cavs. It was a very efficient night for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who scored a season-high 43 points on 68% shooting. He also added 7 rebounds and 6 assists, but it was the defense that stood out. OKC forced 20 turnovers and held Donovan Mitchell, who entered as the NBA's leading scorer at 32.5 points per game, to just 20 points on 8 for 23 shooting. The Thunder held a 13-point lead at the half, but the Cleveland Cavs managed to cut the lead to just 4 points with 4 minutes to go. OKC then scored on 4 straight possessions to put it out of reach. Evan Mobley led the way for the Cavaliers with 22 points, and Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams both tacked on 15 points for the Thunder. OKC returns to action on Friday night in California when they take on the Sacramento Kings. The Kings are currently 9th in the Western Conference and are coming off a win against the Portland Trail Blazers. Miracle, CJ, the Thunder are on a 2-game win streak. You think they can keep it going over in California?
Yeah, I absolutely do think that the Thunder can continue to win. A lot of guys have been stepping up. Lou Dort's been stepping up. Both of Jalen Williams have been stepping up. I think we have a very good shot at having a very good run here.
I think we have a great shot. I think people are underestimating our team and how great our players really are.
For sure, for sure.
Well, stay tuned. We have your last look at weather whenever we come back.
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Welcome back, Broncos. UCO is hosting a forensic science spotlight tour tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Students who are interested in forensic science will have an opportunity to meet a faculty member and tour the institute. If you have any questions, you can email ucotouradmin@uco.edu.
UCO is also hosting the 70th anniversary of the Oklahoma Political Science Association. OPSA will have cutting-edge research and discussions by political scholars, leaders, and students. This Friday, the event will last from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and will be located in Liberal Arts South Lecture Hall. Friday's events will highlight the 25th anniversary of the Oklahoma Government and Politics book.
That's right. And we're going to toss it over to Jules Black for our final look at weather. Jules, what's the weather going to be looking like tomorrow?
Thank you, CJ and Miracle. Yeah, tomorrow's forecast, 7 a.m., chilly, 39 degrees, but we will see a little bit of sun, so maybe it'll be a little bit warmer, feel a little bit warmer. Noon, we have those cooler temperatures, 59, so not too much different from today. Also, kind of sunny out there. 7 p.m. later in that day tomorrow, it's going to be cool, 53, but we are going to see those clouds later that night. And wrapping up with our weather headlines tonight, it's going to be sunny all weekend going into next week. And those north winds bringing chilly wind gusts, so we are going to kind of feel those cold weather come in. So you definitely want a jacket, a raincoat, anything like that. Partly cloudy at night, so there will be clouds in the sky at night, which we haven't seen lately, but we do see that. We're going to see that a lot coming up. And our fun fact of the day is today is National Adoption Day. So that is really cute and really sweet. But that's all I have for you right now. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Jules. And the Oklahoma City Zoo is celebrating veterans and their military in their own way. To celebrate Veterans Day amid their own Military Appreciation Month, the Oklahoma City Zoo is offering free admission to all active duty and retired members of the military. And especially this time of the year around the zoo, they just have so much going on.
There's so much going on. I know Safari Lights is about to start as well. So guys, go out, have a great time. There's going to be some great weather until it starts getting really cold. So go out and have some fun.
Make sure you enjoy it while you can. However, that's all the time we have for this edition of UCentral News. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm CJ Craig.
And I'm Miracle Garrett. You guys have a great night.